I have come to understand that people say no to me, people say no to us because of four reasons. I did not put them on PowerPoint so that I can get you to listen at this point. So let's recall, why do people say no to us? So here's a way to understand where the no's are coming from. People say no to us, number one, because they don't feel. Number two, because they don't know. Number three, because they don't want. And number four, because we never asked. I will repeat. People say no to us because they don't feel, they don't know, they don't want, and because we never asked. I've met a lot of salespeople whose greatest fear is asking for a yes. And this leads to that fallacious, this misleading school of thought that says, never ask a question that is answerable by yes or no. Now, for this particular afternoon, I would like you to demolish the myth that a salesperson never asks a question that is answerable by yes or no. We should ask questions that are answerable by yes or no. But the other reasons are because we failed to do three things for the prospect. We did not make them feel, did not make them know, and did not make them want. Let me go back to each of those three. First, what did we not make them feel? Okay. So here is a surefire way of getting a no. Don't make people feel. Feel what? Okay? So when I look back into my half a century of experience selling products and selling ideas, selling political candidates, we get a no because we fail to make people feel important. So that's the first. We fail to make people feel important. That's a surefire formula for getting a no. Number two, because we failed to make people feel that they were heard. Did not feel important, did not feel that they were heard. So that's valid. When somebody doesn't make you, did fail to make you feel important, or you felt you were not heard, you were not listened to, that's a perfect reason to give a no. So that's the first source of the no. People did not feel important. We did not make people feel. We failed to make our prospect feel that that they were listened to and that they were heard. So that's the first source of the no. We failed to make people and prospects feel important, feel heard. Here's the second source of the no. People say no to us, prospects say no to us because we failed to make them know. Because they just don't know. Now, there are two things they need to know very clearly. Okay, the first is this. And this is a very simple, item. But a lot of salespeople, including financial advisors, miss out on this one. Okay, so you and I are in a conversation. I am your prospect. You are the financial advisor. We've been talking for about 20 minutes. And until the 20th minute, I still do not know the purpose of why we are talking. So why do you get a no? Because I don't even understand why you want to talk to me. You did not even give me a purpose for listening to you. So we get a no. Why? Because our purpose for being there was not clear. Now, I am running a number of coaching sessions with financial advisors from different companies. And one of the exercises that I am doing with them and perfecting with them is the so-called purpose statement. stating the reason very clearly to your prospect, the person you're talking to, as to why you are in conversation and what you can do for them. So the first item on saying a no because they did not know is we fail to make them understand the purpose of this whole conversation. Now, here's the second don't know item that is a surefire way of getting a no from a prospect. They give us a no because we fail to help them know the value of what we bring them, of what we bring to them. Okay, the value that we bring to them, the value that the product brings to them, and the value that the company we represent brings to them. You see, we have been raised in an environment where we were made to think that the number one talent, the number one skill of a sales professional, including financial advisors, is telling. Okay? We go through a lot of scripts on what to tell our clients, or what to tell our prospects, or what to explain and how. Now, telling does not help people understand the value that we offer. In a little while, I will share with you what tool do you use so that people understand the value that we bring to them. And it is not telling. So why do we get a no? Because pure and simple reason, the prospect did not know what value we are bringing to their lives. Now, finally, or second to the last, is people say no because they do not want. They do not want our product, or they may want our product, but they would not want to buy it from us. We failed to make them want. And finally, we get a no because, hey, we never asked for the yes. I've met a lot of, I have talked and coached a good number of financial advisors who said, well, I never got close. And I said, why? I am afraid of the answer that I may get. This is not a syndrome that is present only in the insurance industry. This is a syndrome that haunts a lot of industries. Sales frontliners never getting to that point when they want the prospect to give them the big yes. Yes, I will buy. So from here, let's proceed to then what do I do with the no? How do I deal with the no? I will share with you two things that I do to deal with a no. But before that, let's talk a little bit about the yes. What yeses do we need from people? What yeses do we need from prospects? So, to understand the importance of being able to deal with the no, it is good for us to understand the value of the yes. What yeses exactly do we want from our prospects and from the people that we meet in business? There are two types of yeses. The small yeses and the big yeses. Now, the small yeses may sound like this. Listen, and I'd like it, as I rattle off, as I do a memory juggler, of the small yeses that we want to get from our prospects, ask yourselves this question. Did I go out of my way? Did I take an extra effort to make sure I have gotten these small yeses? Now, the reason for this question is this. One of the things we learned in sales is before you can get the big yes, you have to get the small yeses first. The way it works is this. Get the small yeses, and then when they are ready, they will give you the big yes. So let's talk about the small yeses. The small yeses may sound like this. Like, for example, your prospect would say, yes, I will meet with you. Small yes. But unless your prospect says he will meet with you, you will not get to the big yes, I will buy from you. Here's another small yes. Yes, I will give you my time. Another small yes. Yes, I will pay attention to you. Yes, I will listen to your presentation. Yes, I will pay particular attention to what you are showing me. Yes, I will not be distracted. I will focus on what you are saying, and I will focus on your presentation. Those are the small yeses. Here's another very important yes. It's a small yes, but this is a very important small yes that would lead us to the big yeses. Listen to this very important yes that we need to get from our prospect. Yes, I will tell you frankly, honestly, and authentically what's on my mind and what's on my heart. That's a very important yes. A financial advisor, one of your role is to make sure you get me to tell you exactly what's on my mind and what's on my heart. What's on my mind and what's on my heart are very valuable keys that open the door to the big yes. Now, unless I give you the other small yeses, you cannot get me to say, yes, I will tell you exactly what's in my mind and what's on my heart. The contents of my mind and the contents of my heart are the foundations of my decision to want your product and to want to buy it from you. It's a small yes. It's a valuable yes. So these are the small yeses. There's a good number of them. And one of the trainings I received from my own mentors in sales is this. Before I go to my prospect, one of the things I do is to put together what I call the yes map. Map, mapa, a roadmap. In that roadmap, I line up the series of yeses that I will make sure I get from them. And always the first important, although a small yes, is the yes that says, yes, I will meet with you. Yes, I will see you. The second is, yes, I'll give you my time. The third is, yes, I will listen to you. And then all of those, after you've gotten the small yeses in that roadmap, you get to the point where you are now about to get the big yes. There are two big yeses we want. The specific big yes and the omnibus or the umbrella or the general big yeses. Let me talk first about the general big yeses that we need to get from our prospects. Listen to this very carefully. The first big yes is, yes, I respect you. Number two, yes, I believe you. And here's the third yes. The third big yes that I gave to my own Sun Life financial advisor. Many years ago, my Sun Life financial advisor earned my first yes. Yes, I respect you. And then I started looking into the other products because she got my second yes. Yes, I believe you. Now our relationship is on the third big yes. And the third big yes goes like this. Yes, I trust you. Those are the three big yeses we need to get from our prospects, from our clients. Yes, I respect you. Yes, I believe you. And yes, I trust you. Now, let me explain very briefly what each of those yeses mean. Yes, I respect you means every time you ask from me a chance to be heard. For example, you want to present to me a new product, a new investment tool. When you call me, you expect me to automatically say, yes, I will give you my time. Yes, I will meet with you because you already have my respect. So in business, respect means giving me a chance to be heard. The second is yes, I believe you. Now, yes, I believe you means I will not challenge the truth of what you are saying. So that's the second yes. Yes, I believe you. I will not challenge the truth of what you are saying. If it is you who's saying it to me, then I will say, chances are it's very high that what you are saying will actually happen or is actually a fact. That's the yes, I believe you. But the most important yes you need from me is yes, I trust you. Yes, I trust you means I am now ready to write you a check or to dip into my wallet and bring out the cash and invest it in the product that you told me would benefit me most. That's the yes, I trust you. They're the general yeses. Now, these foundational yeses help us to get the other big yeses. For you and me, our favorite big yes is yes, I will buy. Yes, I will put an order. Yes, I will sign the purchase order. Yes, I will make the initial order. That's the other big yes that you and I would love to hear. But the yes, I will buy, yes, I will order, yes, I will sign the order form, yes, I will send you the purchase order, all of that rests on the three foundational yeses. Yes, I respect you. Yes, I believe you. Yes, I trust you. So pause for a moment now and ask yourselves this question. Have you gotten those big yeses from your prospects, from your clients? Are you in a relationship of, yes, I believe you, yes, I respect you, and yes, I trust you? Now, in between you and those yeses is the potential no. So let's talk about dealing with and handling the no. We've already talked about where the no's come from. No, I will not respect, believe, or trust you because you did not make me feel heard, affirmed, important. No, I will not give you my yes because you did not help me understand the purpose and the value. No, you will not get my yes because uh, you did not make me want your product or you did not make me want to buy it from you. And no, you will not get my yes because, hey, you never asked. You are too afraid to ask because you are afraid to get a no. Now, there are two ways to deal with a no. The first method, and I'm sure you've heard these a great number of times, especially when you are listening to a resource person talk about handling objections. The tool is called prevent and preempt. Prevent and preempt. The second is prepare. So half a century of selling products, ideas, people, brands. I've learned to deal with the no using two very simple methods, prevent and preempt, and the second is prepare. Now, I'd like to proceed now to a brief presentation on how do you prevent and preempt. So let me give you a preview of what you're about to see. You will be surprised when I show you a model. This is the model that help you prevent and help you preempt the no. And interestingly, this is a process that I'm sure 99% of the people in the Zoom room have been taught. Because the model that I'm about to show you is called the classic sales model. By understanding this model, you are significantly reducing the possibility of getting a no. So Jet, why don't we show them now how this process looks like? Just by way of review. let me show you the 5-part classic sales process model. So here's how it looks like. It's the slide next to that one, Jen. There you go. You remember this process? 5 steps. Step number 1 is you prepare. And then step number 2, you face the client or you face the prospect. And the first thing you do is you build rapport. Step number 3, you explore or you identify needs. Step number 4, you present solutions. And step number 5, you close. That's the classic sales model. And until this very day, no matter what sales model is being presented to you, this 5-step model is the foundation of any other variation. This is the way it's been done. And this is the way we will continue to do the way we sell products to our prospects. We begin by preparing. And then we face the prospect. The first thing you do is not to ask questions about what they might want to buy. First thing we do is we build rapport. And then we continue to resist the temptation of trying to pitch our product because we will have to ask questions so that we can identify exactly what they need. And then only after that do we go and pitch. We present our products and turn them into solutions. And after that, regardless of what school of thought you come from, regardless of what you have been taught, you will have to close the sale. And the closing of the sale is always done by asking questions that can be answered by a yes, and sometimes by a big flat no. So that's the way it works. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. And you move through this cycle, and by moving through this sales cycle, what happens is you prevent and you preempt the no. So let me explain how this process helps you prevent and preempt the no. And here's my goal. I want you to say yes. I want your yes. I want you to say, yes, I will fall in love with this very basic, very simple sales process again. So let's show them what happens when we build rapport. So let's move to the next slide. Okay. I will have 2 slides for building rapport. A slide that says how and a slide that says why. In the why slide, you will discover what does building rapport prevent and preempt. Okay. So the first thing that you do when you face your client, something you've known all of these years, is you always begin by building rapport. You do not talk business right away. You do not talk business right away. The first question you ask is not about what stage of life am I in? Am I already covered by an insurance policy? So that's not the first question you ask. The first question you ask is, how are you? And I need you to ask me that question sincerely. You know why I am so in love with my financial advisor? Because when she asks me, kamusta po kayo, Sir Archie? I know that she really wants to know how I am. Okay, that's the starting point of all good business. The authenticity of the question, Sir Archie, kumusta po kayo? You really want to know. It is not a scripted statement. You really want to know how I am. Okay? That's the starting point of all rapport. Now, even if we have been long-time friends, even if I have been a long-time client, every time we meet, the first thing you do is to reconnect, reestablish that rapport. After that, you make me comfortable. You tell me a short story about yourself. You make me tell you a story about yourself, about myself. In the process, we create or we recreate the trust that we have built prior. Now, here's a secret. even while you are building rapport, ask a question that is already answerable by yes. Let me give you an example. Uh, you might want to ask me what I call a recall question. Ganito yun. Sir Archie, natatandaan pa po ba ninyo na nung una ko kayong alokin ng insurance, ang hinahanap lang po ninyo sa akin ay yung traditional life insurance? Natatandaan mo ba, Sir Archie? Tapos mag-iisip ako at sasabihin ko sa'yo, oo po, natatandaan ko. Oh, nakakuha ka na ng yes sa akin. Okay. So what's the technique? In the conversation, especially on stage 1, yung nagbi-build pa lang kayo ng rapport, the principle is, sanayin mong sumagot ng oo yung prospect mo. Okay? Sanayin mo siyang sumagot ng oo. Kaya, kailangan may mga handa kang tanong. So, pag tinanong mo sa akin yun, ang sagot ko sa'yo, Von, bakit mo na itanong? Sir, kasi po, nag-evolve na ang mga produkto natin. Hindi na tayo doon sa traditional life lang. Natatanda mo ba, Sir Archie, ang sabi mo sa akin noon, may reservations ka about getting a traditional life kasi naghuhulog ka buwan-buwan. Natatandaan mo ba? Sasagot na naman ako sa iyo ng oo. Oo, natatandaan ko. Nakakadalawang oo ka na sa akin. Ha? Tapos i-explain mo sa akin kung bakit. Kasi Sir Archie, ganito yan. Meron na tayong mga produkto na hindi ka mamumroblema ng monthly payments mo. Kasi pwede kang magbayad ng quarterly, pwede kang magbayad ng semi-annually, pwede kang magbayad ng annually. Sir Archie, sa pakiramdam mo ba, convenient yun sa'yo? Eh di sasagot na naman ako sa'yo ng oo. Nakakailang oo na ako sa'yo. So what is the magic in building rapport? In the initial conversation stage, you get me used to saying yes to you. Okay. Later on, you transition. You transition to the business conversation proper. You do that by telling me exactly what is the purpose of our conversation, and you tell me how the conversation will run. It is called the transition statement. How does it sound? Ganito, Sir Archie, for the next 30 minutes, ganito, ito ang pag-usapan natin. Papakita ko po sa inyo yung bagong sistema na ang produkto pong insurance ay hindi lang protection and coverage, kumikita pa ng interest. Pagkatapos po, ipapakita ko sa inyo kung anong benefit niyan sa inyo. At pagkatapos po, sa last part, ipapakita ko sa inyo how you can avail of it. That's how you transition. You tell me exactly how the conversation will flow. And at the end of that sentence where you show me how the conversation will run, ask me a question again. Tanungin mo ako, so Sir Archie, will this work for you? Siyempre, ang sagot ko sa iyo, sure, proceed. You got another yes from me. Sinasanay mo akong sumagot ng oo sa iyo. Pagkatapos natin mag-build ng rapport, papasok tayo doon sa exploring. Pero papakita ko muna sa inyo kung what did establishing rapport prevent and preempt. Pakita natin, Jet. Okay. So, why do you build rapport? You prevent discomfort. One of the reasons why I say no to you is because you failed to make me feel comfortable. Okay. So, if you are training a team, you are a branch manager, a unit leader, a team leader, here's a very important life-changing learning for your team. Share with them this wisdom. All sales conversation must be done in a relaxed manner. Okay? Agreements that are fair and firm in business happen when the whole business conversation is genial, friendly, and relaxed. Now, by relaxed, I do not mean you serve champagne. I simply mean that there is no unnecessary tension. There is no unnecessary distraction. And how does this happen? The level of comfort and being relaxed begins with us. The principle is called trading behavior or mirroring behavior. If the financial advisor is relaxed, I relax. If the financial advisor is excited about the product, I become excited about the product. If the financial advisor is so convinced and passionate about the product, you raise the possibility that I will be excited and passionate about that product too. It's called trading behavior or mirroring behavior. So by building rapport, you preempt or you prevent a syndrome that says, you are getting a no from me because you did not make me feel comfortable. Now, here's the other thing. You preempt or you prevent the syndrome that says, I'm giving you a no today because you did not make me feel important. By engaging me in that initial conversation, you show me that I matter to you. Dahil kinakamusta mo ako, at nung kamustahin mo ako, naramdaman ko na gusto mo talagang malaman kung kamusta ako. Already I feel that you have made me important. So that's the value of the first stage. It prevents and it preempts a lot of the sources of no, especially on the feelings part. Now, let's move to the next stage. The rapport is built. We are now ready to probe, to identify exactly what is needed by your prospect. Let's go to the next slide, Jet. Okay. This is called identifying needs or exploring needs. Let's flash the next slide, Jet. So we've done build rapport. Let's go to identify needs. One more slide, Jet. There you go. So what do we do at this stage? Okay. Now, many newbies, many neophytes in sales are in a hurry to pitch the product. Tell your team, don't. The fantastic salesperson, the fantastic financial advisor, is the personification of patience. Don't offer me anything unless you have made me admit to you exactly what I need. Okay. Now, here's a fact. I have spoken to to a good number of financial advisors, not from Sun Life. And I discovered and I realized that the way they have been trained is to tell the prospect what he or she needs. This has to do with this tool called life stage planning. There is a way to abuse this tool, and this is the way this tool has been used in a bad way. What the financial advisor does is simply to ask me how old I am. And the moment the financial advisor hears how old I am, the financial advisor begins rattling off what a person of my age would need. Sir, kayo pala ay ganitong edad na. Sir, you're in your late 50s? Ito ho kailangan ninyo. Sir, kailangan ninyo ngayon life estate planning na kayo. Now, that's one of the biggest mistakes we ever do in sales, is telling the prospect what he or she needs. You don't tell the prospect that. You make the prospect confess to you. You make the prospect admit to you what he or she needs. You don't tell them. You make them confess. You make them admit. How do you do that? You can see the tools now on the screen. You do that by asking. You do that by listening. You do that by probing. And you do that by agreeing with them. Okay, why do I have to say agreeing with them or affirming with them? Because I have experienced financial advisors, insurance sales agents who argue with me about what I need. Sir, hindi yun ang kailangan mo. Sir, ito kailangan mo. Hey, the moment you start arguing with me with what I need, you are setting yourself up for a no. Okay. So what needs to happen at this stage? You ask, you probe, you listen, and then you affirm. Now, in 2 years ago, and also last year, I had the opportunity to speak to a large group of Sun Life financial advisors. And one of the most valuable tool that I have shared with them, valuable because of the feedback that you gave me, are the four powerful questions that I suggested you ask when you get to the point where you ask the prospect, what is it really that you need today? Okay. Here is a good combination to your life stage planning tool. My recommendation is find out what happens when you ask the prospect these four powerful questions. Listen to these questions, and you have to ask them in order. Question number one, Jet, Jet, are you coming across? Uh, uh, can you hear me well at this point, Jet?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jet, let's do a little role play. Okay, Jet.
Go ahead.
Hello, Jet. Okay, so Jet, we will do a little role play so that our participants can get to appreciate the four powerful questions. Okay, so Jet, earlier I asked you how old you are. Okay, so that's not the first question here. So
Yeah.
by asking you that question earlier, I was building rapport with you. I was doing stage one. Now, let's pretend we are now in stage two. And Jet, I'm about to ask you four powerful questions. Okay. So Jet, try to answer as if you are a prospect of a financial advisor. So Jet, thank you for sharing with me where you are in your life right now. So Jet, I'd like to ask you a question. So Jet, at this point in your life, you're 31, you are a successful corporate executive. Jet, what's important to you today? Anong pinakamahalaga sa iyo ngayon? Okay,
Mm,
guys, listen to what I will do. I ask a question, and the next step after asking a question is a very important sales skill. It's called shutting up. Close your mouth. Listen. So let me ask the question again, Jen. Yep. So at this point in your life, what's important to you?
I guess with a lot of people right now, job security, considering what's happening with the pandemic, there's still, although being working here, it's not quite as severe as other people. But with the pandemic around, you still have that a little bit of anxiety. Na will your job really be able to sustain itself? So guys, dapat magbenta kayo ha. But yeah.
Okay. So thank you, Jen. So now I will ask a supplementary question. This is not yet the second question. This question is called a confirmatory question. I will get another yes from Jen. Listen to this. The principle is, sinasanay ko yung prospect ko na umuo ng umuo sa akin during the entire conversation. So Jet, thank you very much for sharing that with me. So you said that at this point in your life, what is important to you is job security. Did I get it right?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, nakakuha na naman ako ng yes. Sanay na sanay ka ng umuo. Masyado ka ng komportabling umuo sa akin. So how did I do that? I asked what is called a confirmatory question. But that also tells Jeff that his answer is very important to me. Now, I will ask Jeff to explain a little what his answer. This is not yet question number two. I'm still on number one. So Jeff, could you elaborate a little? What do you mean exactly when you say job security?
Uh, being that we're in the business of sales, there's still really, we've seen the decrease in the sales, and that also kind of makes me feel that as a company, will it be able to sustain itself in the long run? Probably
Okay,
because there are certain jobs na companies can kind of do without. So you want to make sure that you're in a prime position na you're really secure with that. So maybe a
okay,
promotion or a higher position that will guarantee that you're someone that they will hold on to.
okay. So the certainty, the assurance that you are someone that the company will keep, is that exactly what you mean by job security?
Yes.
I got another yes from you. You're getting used to say giving me a yes. Okay. Now I will go to the next question. So Jeff, you told me that job security is very important to you. May I know why? What makes job security so important to you? That's powerful question number two. So I will repeat. Question number one, at this point in your life, what's important to you? Number two, what makes that very important to you? So, Jet, what makes job security very important to you?
For one thing, I'm pretty independent. I'm originally from Cebu. I moved to Manila, and ever since that point, I've been, or pretty much when I started working, I've always been very independent, and I want to make sure that I can stay being independent. You know, pay my own bills, take care of myself, buy myself whatever I want when I want to. So that sense of financial security, kumbaga.
Okay. So, thank you very much for sharing that with me. So, when you say independence, you're really saying financial independence, Jet?
Yes.
I got another yes from you. You're getting so used to giving me a yes. Okay. So, that's the second powerful question. Now, I will move now to the third powerful question. Now, keep in mind, every answer that Jet gives to me in this conversation, in my mind, I am now matching his answers with potential products that I can present to him, not now, but later in the conversation. Now, you see what happens sometimes? Makadinig ka ng isang keyword, gusto mo agad mag-offer ng product. Halimbawa, tinanong mo yung prospect mo. At this point in your life, what's important to you? Well, the education of my children. Uy, tamang-tama, meron kami ngayong educational product. Relax lang. Relax lang. Tapusin mo muna yung apat na powerful questions. Katulad ng ginagawa ko kay Jet ngayon. What's important to you? Why is it important to you? Now, eto na ngayon, Jet, ang third important question ko sa iyo. Jet, so you said that job security, financial independence is very important to you. Now, Jet, may I ask you another question?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. Sabi ko lang yes, ha? Jet, may I know what have you done so far to make sure that you stay financially independent no matter what happens? Third powerful question. What have you done so far to make it happen? Now, this is really a powerful question because it will tell you whether or not you have a good prospect. Okay? So listen very clearly to the answer that your prospect will give in this particular stage. So Jet, I will repeat the question. What have you done so far to make sure that you continue to enjoy financial independence no matter what?
I guess when I started working for Sun Life, I never really realized the importance of financial planning. I was one of those that work, paycheck to paycheck. And I guess based on experience as well, and plus what you learn from other people, there really has to be an importance, or you have to put value in setting aside, savings, taking out investments. So slowly, I've also started to do that. Different investment mediums. I may a few savings accounts, a few investments. And then even just recently, I got myself an additional critical illness protection just to make sure that if anything bad happens, I'm pretty protected.
Okay, good answer, Jet. Now, look what I will do. I will now apply item number four. I will affirm. Okay, I will begin by saying, "Wow, Jet, that's good. You've really taken responsibility for making sure that at some point in time, you will really enjoy financial independence." Now, one last question, Jet. So it is very clear that you have taken responsibility for making sure that one day you will become financially independent. Now, Jet, so powerful question number four. What other kind of tools or what other kind of help would you need to make sure that at some point you will achieve the financial independence that is so important to you?
Hmm. I think as with most people naman siguro, their end goal, and I think most of our clients also feel the same way na everybody would like to have their own businesses, to have
Okay.
passive income, right, for that financial security. So I guess working your way to having that capital to be able to do just that. So yun na lang siguro yung kailangan na kailangan to work on. Yeah.
Okay. So good. So ladies and gentlemen, I asked four powerful questions. Those are diagnostic questions. Those are probing questions. Those are questions that help you get your prospect to admit or to confess that he has not done enough. Okay? Jet's answer is he's thinking. So, nakita mo yung sagot mo, Jet, dun sa bandang huli? Well, I guess I should have some business at some point. I should have some passive income. You understand what happened, Jet? You just admitted to me that you don't have that now.
It's not clear yet as to
There
what
you go.
led
There
to
you go.
the goal.
Okay. So, Jet, by me asking you four very simple questions, we have fully explored what you exactly need. And all I will do now is to simply repeat to you the things you told me. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here is a fantastic salesperson skill. Repeating to your prospect exactly what he said. That's a fantastic salesperson skill. Okay. So, Jet, here's what I heard from you. You said job security is very important to you. Financial independence is very important to you. You have started saving some money. You have started putting some of your money in investment instruments. And you said that at some point you want to consider passive income like a business. Did I get it right?
Yes.
No choice but to say yes.
Another
Gosh,
yes.
I haven't gotten a no from you. You see, now what's happening here? I keep getting yeses because I'm following the cycle. I'm following a basic process. I am trusting the process to get me the yeses that I need. Okay, so I will not belabor the point. I will now show you what's the benefit of me spending time exploring and asking the four powerful questions. Let's show them the next slide, Jet. So there you go. By asking Jet those questions, I reinforce his trust. Okay, Jet, did you feel that I really listened to you?
Yes.
Okay, now, therefore, he will not say no to me because he did not feel that he was not heard. He was heard. I kept repeating to him what he told me. Okay? And finally, by following this step, I made sure I will not get a no by making sure that Jeff felt he was important. Now, next step, let's show them what happens. So we have covered rapport, we have covered exploring needs. Let's get to the next, presenting solutions. Let's flash up the next slide, Jet. So that's what we've covered. Let's go to present solutions. Okay, so how do you present solutions? Well, summarize the needs. I just did that. So Jet, you said that at some point in life, you would need to build a business so that you can generate pop-up passive income. And you said that passive income is important to you because you really value financial independence. Now, Jet, can I show you how you can raise the resources that can help you at some point create the passive income? Can I show you how you can do that?
Sure. Yes.
Okay. So, Jet, see, there is no way you can say no to me because everything I am saying is based on what you told me, right? Okay. So that's the magic. The magic of this whole process. Okay. I summarized what you told me. I echoed it back to you. And everything I am saying now came from you. So what happens next? I will now match your needs with products. Now, I am not well versed with a whole array of Sun Life products, but I know that somewhere in your vault and in your treasury in your treasure trove of products, there are products there that can help me build funds that I can use for business at some point in time. I don't know what that is. It could be money markets. It could be shares, investing in shares, investing in stocks. I don't know. But this is the point where I will repeat what Jet told me and I will match that with a product. And finally, this is what I will ask Jet. So Jet, let's pretend you really liked what I showed you, and that the Sun Life products that I showed you will help you build a fund that eventually you can use to start a business. Okay? So let's pretend. So here will be my last question here. So Jet, these are the needs you told me, and I've shown you the products that you can potentially use. Can you see a match? May nakikita ka bang bagay sa requirement mo?
Yeah, we can. Those products can definitely help to meet the goal.
Eh, so ano yung tanong ko? May nakikita ka bang bagay na product doon sa mga sinabi mong requirements? Ah, ang hirap, napakahirap doon sa prospect na mag-pretend na wala. Okay? Kasi napakasimple ng presentation mo eh. At sabi mo sa akin, ito importante sa'yo. Ito ngayon yung sasagot doon sa importante sa'yo. Ang huling tanong ko dito, may nakita ka bang match na produkto doon sa requirement mo? So, siya ang pipili. Si prospect ang magsasabi sa akin na, oo, meron. Ang huling tanong ko, alin dyan? So, ano nangyari dito? Ladies and gentlemen, by following this process, you know what happened? Alam mo nangyari, Jet? Binentahan mo ang sarili mo. Did you see how it works? Binentahan mo ang sarili mo. At ang trabaho ng financial advisor is to guide you through the decision-making process. Okay, so that's presenting solutions. Let's show them the next slide. Why is this important? Why is it so important to do this systematically? Again, the system is summarize what Jet said, match what Jet said with available products, and then confirm from Jet that there is a match. Why is this important? Well, ito na yon. Hindi na niya kailangan sabihin sa akin na wala akong makitang value eh. Hindi sasabihin ni Jet yon. Imposible. Nabubola na yung prospect mo pag sinabi niya yon. Huwag mo na pag-aksihan ng panahon pag ginawa niya yon. Okay. Pangalawa, hindi pwedeng sabihin ni Jet sa akin na that's not what I am looking for. Kasi on his own, siya ang tumingin eh. And finally, sinet up ko na si Jet para sa last stage. Ang tawag doon, close. Okay. Let's show them the next slide, Jet. Ito na yung na-cover natin. Nag-build rapport tayo, nagtanong tayo ng 4 powerful questions, nag-batch tayo ng needs at saka sa products. Tinanong ko si Jet, may nakita ka bang bagay? Sabi ni Jet, may nakikita akong bagay. Tapos ang susunod na tanong ka sa kanya, alin dyan? Ito, mukhang ito ang bagay. So, na-cover ko na yung 3. Papasok na ako sa huli. Ito na, i-close ko na. Huwag kayong matakot mag-close. Okay? Ito yung pwede akong tumanggap ng no. Pero okay lang yon. Okay lang yon. No, marami kang pwedeng gawin sa no. You can accept the no. You can turn around the no. But the first thing you do about a potential no is to understand where the no is coming from. Pero subukan natin. Subukan natin ang mangyayari. So, Jet, ganito ko isasara. Ganito ko i-close yung deal. So, una muna, magsasummarize ako. Magsasummarize na naman ako. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very vital salesperson skill. This is a very important, indispensable advisor skill. Summarizing. Ulitin mo yung salient points ng pinag-usapan. So, Jet, pakinggan mo ko paano ko gagawin yung summary. So, Jet, magsasummarize ako. Tinanong kita kanina ano importante sa iyo. Ang sabi mo, job security. Tinanong kita kung bakit. Ang sabi mo, because you really value financial independence. Tinanong ko kung anong ginawa mo to create financial independence. Ang galing ng mga steps mo, Jet. Sinabi mo rin sa akin at some point, you want to build a business, kakailanganin mo ng kapital. So, kailangan yung perang sinisave mo, kumita ng mabilis at kumita ng malaki. Pinakita ko sa iyo yung products ng Sun Life na kikita ng mabilis at kikita ng mas malaki yung savings mo. At ang sabi mo, bagay sila sa requirements mo. Anong ginawa ko? Nag-summarize ako. Now, pagkatapos ko mag-summarize, I will now ask Jet to take action. Okay. So, dalawa ang choice ko. Pwede akong gumawa ng tinatawag na direct close o yung assumptive or trial close. Papakita ko muna yung direct close. Okay. So, ang direct close ganito. Jet, Dala ko na ngayon yung mga forms. Dala ko yung mga forms. Ang kailangan ng forms para makuha mo itong produktong to, yung signature mo. So, Jet, can I show you now where you will sign? Sagot, Jet.
Yes.
Okay. Close yung deal.
Ding.
Close yung deal. Okay? Now, doon sa nakaraang workshop natin sa Max, sabi sa akin ng mga financial advisors natin, hindi ko pa pwedeng i-close kasi kailangan explain ko ang computation. Kasi may compliance requirement. Okay, huwag ko kayong maingay Medyo may ituturo akong technique sa inyo. Pauohin niyo muna ako bago niyo pakita sa akin yung computation. Because I will tell you a fact. Ito alam ng financial advisor ko. Nabubora ko sa computation. Yung computation, hindi ko na masyadong pinapakinggan yun kasi I trust my advisor so much. Okay? Pero gawin niyo pa din. Mag-compute pa rin kayo. Yung ipapakita mo sa iPad o sa calculator, gawin niyo pa rin. Pero gawin niyo yon pag napa-oo na ninyo ako. Get the yes first. Okay? There's nothing illegal about that. So, the way I will do it is, Jeff, kukonfirm ko dito mo pipirmahan, o pirmahan mo na. Pagkatapos mong pirmahan, ipapakita ko sa iyo ngayon kung paano lalaki yung pera mo. So, make sense? So, yung computation ng growth ng funds ko at kung saan ko ilalagay yung funds mo, kung halimbawang VUL man siya o money market placement siya, gagawin ko yan pagkatapos ng yes mo. Kukunin ko muna yan. Okay? Now, ang panghuli dito yung present the way forward. Way forward is, okay, Jet, ngayong napirmahan mo na, ngayong ibibigay mo na sa akin yung cheque mo, ngayong na-explain ko na sa iyo ang computation, ito ang mangyayari dyan. Babalik ako sa opisina, ibibigay ko yung payment mo, bibigyan nila ako ng official receipt, ibibigay ko sa yung official receipt. In other words, I will show you what happens from here on. So what happens here? I have closed a sale without getting a no. It is called preventing and preempting. Preventing and preempting. Who took care of preventing and preempting the no? Your favorite classic sales process. Anong learning natin dito? Gawin lang natin ng maayos yung sales process. Huwag natin issue shortcut. Mag-build mo tayo ng rapport. Magtanong tayo ng maayos kung anong importante sa prospect natin. I-match natin yung needs sa product. Tapos i-close natin ng maayos. Pag ginawa mo yon, wala kang madidinig na no. Wala akong nadinig na no sa iyo, Jet. Why? Maayos kasi yung tanong. At saka, I made you feel. I made you know. I made you want. And I asked very clearly. Okay, Jet. Dana tayo doon sa prevent and preempt. Papasok na ako doon sa huli. Prepare. Pakita natin ang next slide. Okay. So, anong benefit ng asking the no? Having a very clear close? Na-prevent mo yung you never asked. So, the salesperson, the financial advisor, clearly asked for a yes to buy, to sign, to give a check. Pangalawa, hindi na magtataka pa yung prospect mo na, anong gusto mong gawin ko? Finally, by doing the close, well, here's what we love. We turn this whole opportunity into revenue. Revenue for you, revenue for the company. And you might have saved a life, or you might have helped somebody realize what's important to him. So yan ang prevent and preempt. What's the tool? Doing the sales process well. Now let's go to the last portion, Jet. Meron tayong tinatawag ng mga process stallers. So yung nangyari sa amin ni Jet ngayon, hindi naman ito palaging mangyayari araw-araw. Kung minsan na-i-stall yung process. Tatlo yung sagabal sa yes mo. Ito yung ang dating sa'yo parang no, pero hindi naman sila actually no. Tatlo yun. Pakita natin, Jet. Ito yung questions, objections, at saka negotiation. Okay. So, kuminsan, Next slide, Jet. Pinapakita lang natin dito na na-cover na natin. Yan ang process installers mo. Merong prospect na mahilig magtanong. Meron ding prospect na nag-i-interpose ng objection. At merong prospect na mahilig mag-negotiate. Okay. Ang unang importante rito, malinaw muna sa atin, ano yung nadidinig ko sa prospect na ito? Nag-o-object ba siya? O nagtatanong lang siya? Importante ito kasi marami ako mga batang salesperson na nadinig sa nasasabihin doon sa sales team leader nila yung ganito. Ang daming objections ng prospect. Pag tinanong mo kung ano yung objection, tinanong ako kung ano daw ba, kung mahal daw ba yung produkto natin. Hindi yun objection, question yun. Question yun. Or tinanong kung ano daw mas mura daw ba yung competition natin. Hindi yun objection, question yun. Ang problema kasi pag masakit sa pandinig natin, nadi-discourage tayo, nadidismaya tayo, akala natin objection. Hindi, nagtatanong lang yon. So, let me show you very quickly how to handle a prospect or a client's question. At ito, na-inlove ako ng gusto rito sa formula na ito. Dahil doon sa sarili kong experience with my fantastic financial advisor. May mga times kasi nagtatanong ako. At may mga times din ang feeling ko, hindi ako nasagot ng tama ng financial advisor ko. Nag-aaway din kami Doon sa 28 years na yun, nag-aaway kami ng financial advisor ko. Okay? Pero ganun ka-solid ang relationship namin. Pwedeng, meron akong suspecha na paiyak ko yung financial advisor ko Pero buti pa siya, hindi ako iniwan Yung iba nang iiwan. Taga Sun Life, hindi nang iiwan. Kaya mabuti pa, ibang workshop to. Ibang workshop. Well, let's get back to the workshop. Paano sinasagot ng financial advisor ko yung questions ko? Pakita natin ang next slide. Pag plain and simple question, isa pang slide, Jen. Pag plain and simple question, okay. Ito ang kailangan gawin natin agad. Objection man siya, question man siya, o nagdi-negotiate siya, the first thing that we do is relax. Okay. Kung minsan kasi, pag natanong tayo o may nag-object sa atin, para tayo bumabalik sa pagka-college students natin, raring and ready to go into a debate. What? The first thing you do is to relax. Meron akong technique. Pag nagbigay ng objection sa akin ng prospect ko o nagtanong, ang una kong sinasabi, salamat. Oh, thank you very much for raising that concern, Jet. So, tinanong ko ni Jet, hindi ba mas maganda yung product ni insurance agency? Ang sagot ko doon, uy, Jet, thank you very much for asking that question. Because it will give me a chance now to explain to you the advantage of the way we package that particular product. Di relax ka agad, kahit sa loob-loob mo, oh my God, hindi yata ito bibili Oh my God, sasagot ko kaya ng tama yung tanong niya? The first thing you do, default mode, subukan mo, pasalamatan mo agad. O kaya sabihin niya, ganito yung nadinig mo sa kanya. Alam mo, Archie, okay ka sa akin pero yung company mo hindi. Kasi meron akong bad experience dyan sa isang representative ng company mo. Kung paano ko yun ang nadinig mo? Alam mo, una kong sasabihin, magpapasalamat din ako. Thank you very much for your candidness. And thank you very much for that input. I really appreciate it na you made me aware of that experience. Relax ka, at yung prospect mo, ang feeling nila, you automatically get to their side. The financial advisor is always on the side of your prospect or of your client. Or at least, you make them feel that way. Advisor ka dito ka sa tabi ko. Stay on my side. So relax, recenter, reconnect. Hinga ng malalim. Ngiti ulit. Hindi problema ang process installers. Okay, so how do you answer a question? Let's show them the next slide. Pag nagtatanong ang prospect, tatlong bagay lang ang kailangan niyang madinig. Okay. Pwedeng kailangan lang niya ng additional information. Pwedeng kailangan lang niyang linawin mo sa kanya yung hindi niya naiintindihan. Or kung minsan, ito lang ang hinihingi niya sa'yo, assurances. Okay? Like for example, itong pinaka mamahal kong huling placement ko yung latest placement ko sa Sun Life, itinagay ng financial advisor ko sa money market. Kasi tinanong niya what's important to me at this point. Ganyan kagaling yung advisor ko. Tinanong niya ako, sir, what's important to you at this point? Sabi ko sa kanya, Von, hindi na importante sa akin yung protection coverage. Ang importante sa akin, yung pera ko kumikita. Sabi niya, okay, sir, ang importante sa iyo, kumikita na mas maganda yung pera mo. Meron pa ako isang sinabi sa kanya, Von, importante sa akin, hindi ako nag-aalala na pag may nangyari sa politika or may nangyari sa sa global politics, hindi ako nag-aalala na biglang bumabagsak yung fund values ko. Yung sabi ko sa kanya. Tinake note ng financial advisor ko yon. Kaya inilagay niya yung pera ko doon sa instrument na kumikita, uy, maganda yung kita, at hindi basta-basta bumabagsak pag may nangyari sa politika or nagkaroon ng crisis. In other words, malaki yung possibility na insulated ako sa political or economic ups and downs. Doon niya nilagay yung pera ko. Hindi ko na yung pinakompute sa kanya, hindi ko na pina-explain kung paano nangyayari yon. Why? Kasi meron na siyang, yes, I trust you. At karaniwan, ang hinihingi ko na lang sa financial advisor ko, hindi information, hindi clarification, hindi computation. Simple lang ang tanong ko sa kanya, Bon, assured ba ako na pag may nangyari sa gobyernong ito o nagkaroon ng economic downturn, hindi ako seriously affected? Assurances. Okay? So pag may tanong, huwag agad kayo mag-compute, huwag kayo mag-over-explain, ask yourself first, what does my prospect need? Information? Kailangan na ba niyang maintindihan? Or kailangan nila ng assurance? You know, at the end of the day, what a client needs from a financial advisor, the most important is your assurance. Okay, so that's questions. Now, let's go to the next, objections. Now, I will not dwell on this too long because you have already been bombarded with a lot of learning on handling objections. But let's just understand again. The moment you are faced with an objection, what do? You never argue, you never debate, you never over-explain. You simply clarify, you simply recall to the prospect the answers that he or she gave you earlier. Pagkatapos, ipaliwanag mo. Now, there are only 4 objections, and if you have gone through basic training in the insurance industry, I am sure you have heard of the 4 basic objections. 4 lang yun. Objection number 1, I don't need it. Objection number 2, I need it but not now. Objection number 3, I cannot afford it. Objection number 4, I do not trust you. Sa basic insurance training, you should have been introduced to that already. Objection number 1, I don't need it. I need it but not now. I cannot afford it. I cannot or I don't trust you. Yung 4 na objections na yon, tignan ninyo. If you went through the stages of the classic sales model, nag-build rapport ka, nag-explore, identify needs ka, nag-present ka ng solutions, none of those objections will be raised. Preempted na yon. Preempted na. Okay. Finally, some of your prospects would want to negotiate. Now, sa insurance business, wala tayong negotiables. Hindi nyo pwedeng babaan yung premiums. Hindi nyo pwedeng babaan yon. Hindi nyo pwedeng baguhin yung features. So in other words, dito sa ating negosyo sa insurance industry, halos walang negotiable. Isa lang. Delivery time. Delivery time. So, ito yung usually hinihingi ko sa financial advisor ko. Pag ako ay naglagay ng pera, usually sasabihin ko sa kanya, Von, pwede ba ma-deliver na agad sa akin yung printed form ng policy para madala ko sa probinsya pag uwi ko sa Friday? Usually, palagi ako nagmamadali. So, I negotiate for time. Okay? So, negotiable yon. I am sure my financial advisor will know and find ways for me to get my policy delivered to me earlier than the normal delivery time. But when your client or your prospect negotiates with you, make sure you ask for something in return. So usually, my financial advisor would say, "Sir, if you give me the check right away, and if you make sure that all the forms are signed, I can find ways to have it delivered to you by Friday." That's negotiation. But we will not talk about this extensively because at the end of the day, nothing much is negotiable in our business. We cannot negotiate the premiums. We cannot negotiate the features of the products. And your prospect will hardly negotiate when the level of trust, rapport is already high. So there you go, Jet. End of my presentation. The learning is very simple. The no can be prevented, the no can be preempted by doing things well, by doing things right. Get the big yeses right away. Get the respect, get the belief, get the trust. When you have that, you'll hardly get a no. Sometimes our prospects have a valid reason for the no. But one thing we learn, when respect, belief, and trust are high, the no is always temporary. We can go back to them and you can repeat the five-stage cycle. Nag-no ka sa akin ngayon. Dadalawin pa rin kita a month from now. And I will build rapport again. Tatanungin na naman kita ng 4 questions ko. Iba-match ko na naman yung sagot mo doon sa products ko. Tapos, i-close ko yung deal sa'yo. What's the bottom line? There's a process. That process prevents and preempts the no. Follow the process. Trust the process. I hope I got to make you fall in love with the